about something that so many yogis are actually asking themselves about. How can I do that? How can I achieve that? And I think today we will get a deeper look into it. And it's called jump throughs. What are jump throughs? So jump throughs are literally part of a chaturanga, which is very classic for yoga, to unite one posture with the other, left side with right side, to keep the heat, to keep the flow going, and to avoid that the practice is actually stopping. So there are different ways to do like jump throughs. It can be very active, it can be more smooth for everybody who still needs to build up some more strength, core strength, especially arm strength. Let's have a look at how the most classic way is done in a downward facing dog. And I need to come to a sitting posture. So what I literally would do is first come to sit, and then just to continue my practice wherever it goes. The other more active version would be to do the same, and here some of you might already be like, it's like scary to go there, to have a jump, like a moment of flying on top of the mat, and just pushing into your arms, and then come to sit. It's the same result, literally. So the third, and this is what we will be talking about especially today, is the jump through. The jump through literally is that you would try to keep the air until you pass your arms. So you float through and then you come to sit. When I jump through, all I need to really do is to create the space in my arms. You need to come through with those legs, pass and then sit. So if you wouldn't push enough with your arms to bring your chest up, it would be literally very tiny to come through, and many people, they would just stop here. So we're trying to change that today. We usually try to work out a downward facing dog from here to really being here, to feel this extension in our arms. The only thing I should never do is to bend my arms. So that's why there you're safely. We will go the other way around, getting more awareness in our hands and in our arms and in our shoulders. So we are sitting, crossing our legs, and we would just getting back to our chaturanga. So we need to get high with our hips and our buttocks. It should be like lengthening through your shoulders down towards the floor. And from here you create the space by pulling up your navel, and use for now this pillow, this kind of thing that makes your feet slidey, and just go through. Experience this until you come back and find your chaturanga. Okay? So this is the first exercise. You can see how easy it actually is, or how much better you can understand this way of jumping through the other way around, because sometimes it's easier to understand them and then to build up from the actual beginning until the end. You can always use some blocks to lift yourself easier, and that creates much more space, especially to float through. If not, I recommend you try it with your arms, okay? So you would really lift. For now, maybe it's not too much, but try to build this distribution of weight in order to go forward, changing the weight of your buttocks with giving it more to your chin forward. Pull your navel up and slide your legs back. Look at the difference that if I jump through, the way I go back is I have my hands literally under my shoulders. I need to have them there because I need this impulse to go forward and to bring my hip back. So I cannot be too far with my hands, and I cannot be too much back because my wrists would bend too much. So I'm just next to my hips. Your shoulders, they push down as far as they can without bending your arms. It's a lot of information. You will manage it by the time. So from here, get rid of that weight, slide through and find your plank in the best way. So this is a really nice preparation for your muscles. So about the belly, there are so many different ways to activate it, but there's one especially I like. So it's about a plank. Put your wrists on the floor, on your pillow. Try to have your hips high and try to pull your navel up until you come maybe between your hands, standing. The same way you might have observed now, there's so much weight in your arms and in your hands. You have to resist. So you're actually forced to straighten your arms, because if not, it wouldn't go. wherever you come, if you're still far away, this is where you would start progressing, working on, getting closer and making smaller that angle. And the same way you go back. First, I would recommend you, if you're really already in the front, lean forward a little bit, feel it pushing in your hands, and lift your belly. You might really try to do it with your big toe, which is the last that stays on the floor, heels high, and slide back until you reach your plank. And the same again, push high, push high, push high, and feel how you push. So you see, here I'm creating so much more space than when I'm like this. So I have like half my space already used, just because of the reason I'm not activating enough in order to receive that weight to come to jump and pass. Then you can try to do it a little bit more manually. This is the way to do it. And now, this is the actual start of our jump through. From a downward facing dog, you always start bending your knees and look forward, activating my arms. So from here, shift the weight from here towards here, and this impulse has to go until the end. As much as you push into your arms, the less weight you have on your feet, and try to get rid of all your toes, less the biggest one. So from here, slide through until you pass maybe, and then sit. You don't have to jump, and I even would recommend that you don't jump. Try to just slide through. So we can literally build up from a slide through towards a jump through. So let's wrap it all up. The first way, now we do it from the very beginning. You can prepare for your very jump through by just feeling what's about to have my arms straight and to sit in my own time, controlling this weight. The same way back from here, stepping back into your downward facing. A little bit more active, jumping. Look towards my arms, they're always straight, resisting weight and creating space. So from here you go back the same way. You need your arms a little bit more forward and this nice connection with the floor to push into it and to lift your hips slightly. Again, you can try it less jumping and more controlling it with your own strength. So you can either go like this, jump. So this makes you feel a little bit more air, but it's definitely less controlled than if you just try to jump, but you don't lose this very connection with your own power. My teachers, they always used to say, you have to be able to stop at any second. If I would say stop now, you could stop. Focus to control them at any moment. So this is when you are 100% in power of what you're doing. And the last that we just talked about, let's wrap it up. Use either the pillow, put your feet on, and then just go and slide through. So yoga is never a wrong decision for getting deeper into body control. So for now, this has been a small insight into the jump throughs. The jump throughs are all about very much self-confidence and feeling safe enough to do it. So don't force yourself into it too early. Do the progressions, do maybe the stepping, then the jumping, and then the floating, first with pillow. And you will see practice and all is coming. That's what my teachers in India always would say. A lot of hugs to them in this case, and yeah, have fun practicing. If you have any questions about it, I'm here. You can just write it in my comments, and there will be more videos soon about certain transitions in yoga. Have fun.